Hey guys, how y'all doing? So Michelle, did you check the link that was in the chat? I mean, in the description box? So, while I wait for Michelle to respond, how y'all doing? Today is gonna be a fun day. We got Guess Who Nancy, Annette, Fabric Magician, Michelle, Mike, Melanie, Vintage Joe, and Joyce JK, Auntie Donna, and Charlotte DeRoches, and Katie Crafts. Good morning, Patricia Browning. Good morning, beautifuls. How is everybody doing today? So, hey Rita, how you doing? Okay, awesome sauce. So it's okay. So the link in the description box is for this block right here that I am working on doing and everything. It is FPP. If you guys would like to do it and everything, I figure I'd post a link there. I created a Google photos thing so that way there, or no, a OneDrive. So I saved it on JPEG onto my computer and created a file system so that way there I can be able to add the link for it to share in here in the description box below. And that way there it allows. Yes, Joyce, I cut my hair a while ago. I've just always had it up for like forever and everything. So I actually cut it to where it's like up here. So it's actually grown out some. But when my hair gets like super long, then it starts getting really irritating for me to deal with. Hello, Don Stewart and June Hansen. So if anybody would like to do the block that I am doing, it is these flying geese blocked right here. So this is the block that I'm doing. It is FPP. I have left my papers on. And so what you will see on this is, because this is the design I'm going for. Ignore this middle portion. This is just a representation of this right here to fill the space and everything. So I could try and figure out how many blocks I needed to go around it. So I need a total of 38 blocks. And whenever I print it out, in order to get it all onto one sheet, I wound up cutting off a little bit of the sashing over here. So this outside line, these two lines here, the little faint one and the dark one, those lines are cut off on this side. So just got to measure over 2¼ inches over on this side. That's the only way I can make it fit to where it's only on one sheet of paper. And so, yeah. Let's see here. Did I miss anybody? I prefer freezer paper FPP. Yeah, I've not tried that method. I'm kind of hung up on this one. Hey, Nanita. How you doing, sweetheart? Yes, check out them points. FPP is the only way I can get good points. I don't know how Auntie Donna does it. She has showed me, and for whatever reason, I cut off my points. So, this way here, I'm successful. So I'm sticking with this method. I had to try the freezer paper, but I do love the sound of the needle piercing the paper. Yes. I actually tried just folding it over and stitching right beside the folded edge of the paper, not on the paper, so that way I wouldn't have to print out so many sheets. However, I didn't like that method because it kept wanting to move, and I kept having to keep a pin stuck in it. I'm like, I'm just going to go back to the traditional. Just do it this way. This way works for me. Why mess with it? If it works, well, don't try to fix it if it works. I use a freezer paper and I do not sew on the paper. Awesome sauce, Rita. Okay, so for if you're doing this, just want to let you know right now, I cut my strips here. So you need, like this here, the sashing on each side is about 2½ inch. And that includes the seam allowance. I cut mine at between 2 3/4 and 3 inch wide and 8½ to 8 3/4 long. I actually cut mine about 8 3/4 long, so that way it gives me a little bit of overage, but not a whole lot of waste. Just trimming off just the little shreds. And I got a bunch of little triangles cut for the wings, and a bunch of yellow triangles cut for my centerpieces. So I'm going to set these all over here. I'm going to put the strips over here because I'm only going to need like 2 of those each piece of paper. And we're going to get busy. And we're going to have fun today. Let's see. Yes, Crystal, yes. If it is not broken, do not fix it. Do not pass go. Do not clutch your $200. So Lisa, the awkward quilter, actually gifted me this book right here. Just want to talk about it for a moment. Yes, Nancy, don't forget to give the thumbs up, people. Show me some love. So Lisa, the awkward quilter, actually gifted me this book, which I thought was absolutely amazing because I have already started this morning with filling in projects that I need to finish or that I have in the process. So I'm going to be making out my list, checking it twice, and making sure I get everything done nice. Woo, y'all should have seen it. I just woke up my oldest son. Oh, awesome sauce, Mike. Yeah, I'm guessing she probably sent out a few of them. But it was so cool to be able to receive it. I thought it was absolutely awesome. So what I did is I took a 5-inch square. Or I took I believe it's 5. Yep, about 5 1/4 inch square. And I cut it diagonally both ways. And that's how I got my large squares. So I'm turning this over. I can see the folding indent of where my first one needs to go. I'm just going to lay that right there, face pretty side up, making sure I have plenty of room on each side here. Plenty of overhang. And I'm going to put a little stick pin in it. That way there, it does not move around on me whatsoever. So it's nice and where I want it. Then I'm going to take a small green triangle. Oh, I missed some conversation up here. Hey, Pat Strawhouse, how you doing, sweetheart? Let's see. Joyce JK says, I would definitely be trying FPP this week. I'm expecting a Lightbox in the mail today. Woohoo. Yay! Awesome sauce. Well, now you got a free block to do that costs you absolutely nothing. And it could be a really cool quilt because you can move them any which way. They're 8.5 by 8.5 squares. So no matter which way you turn it, it's all good. See, I actually went to a store yesterday, found light boxes in the toy section of the store. Nope, did not get one yet, but they are there. So cool. Let's see. I love my book from Lisa. Yes. I'll be lurking as I test out some movement finally in my arm, hand, and fingers. So excited to try clips, pins, and cutter. Very carefully. Very careful with the cutter, please, dear. No one would be perfect, but I don't care. That is right. I'm expecting a Singer Featherweight to be delivered Monday. So super excited. I got that book and I was so excited. Yes. Hey, Sandra. How you doing, sweetheart? Says hello, Donnell and friends. Happy Saturday from overcast but beautiful Florida. Yeah, we're expecting rain today here in Michigan, but rain is better than snow. And it's nice outside. So I'm not going to complain. Okay, so now I got my fingers holding this down nice and firmly. So I'm going to take this needle out and then put it over here and do both pieces of fabric. Oh man, up too high. There we go. Alrighty. Let's see. Yes, no snow. Well, the link wants me to log into Microsoft. Yes, it's actually through my Microsoft OneDrive. I created a folder in my Microsoft OneDrive for the JPEGs that I will be sharing with you guys. The things that I do occasionally, the things that I create. So any type of patterns from now on that I create, I am going to, like things I'm working on or whatnot through my EQ8 or whatever else I did through. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna have to. Dun 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 dun. We're gonna try this again because I wound up not having the fabrics over far enough. Hello, Mary G. How you doing? Oh, Sandra, I had so essentially whenever I first sewn it down, I had my fabrics not over the line enough to get my 1/4 inch seam, so I wound up stitching like right on the edge of the fabrics. So let me show you what I done. So what I did is, if you can see and everything over here, I started stitching and I stitched up over the fabrics instead of on them, so I didn't have them moved over far enough. So then I had to readjust and stitch better. But that's okay. Because it is A-okay to make boo-boos on a live stream. Yes, it is. Because that is how you guys would know not to do the same thing I did. So, let's see. Hey, Brenda. How you doing, hon? And anybody else that I may have missed? Let's see. The link. Ooh, awesome sauce, Joyce. We're dealing with the March Lion. Awesome. Let's see, I'm slowly making twisted log cabin blocks, enjoying the perfect points, but FPP is not speedy process for me. It is not a speedy process. Anyone that ever said it was a speedy process, they be lying. Putting it out there right now, they be lying. And next, or this coming Wednesday, I think it is. Yeah, this coming Wednesday, Tasha Quilt will be on with me that evening. So that is going to be a lot of fun. See if we can stretch it over just a little bit. Yeah, we're going to use one of these smaller ones. If Donna said speedy, please adjust. You teach us how to correct our mistakes. That's awesome. Yeah, Sandra. I'm all about showing my boo-boos. I do not edit my videos. I do not remove any footage from my videos when I record it. No worries, Nancy, at all. So sorry my eyes are not seeing the text good this morning, so not reading this this morning. No worries, sweetheart. Let's see, Mike, I've been watching her on YouTube. Katie, I love yours. I'm obsessed, Joyce. If Donna says Speedy, please adjust. I would probably be 2 as I'm not a little OCD. Yeah, I normally, if I would be here, I would just try and be like, okay, you know what? We're just going to rip this out and move on. But with me being on a live stream, I want to show you guys the boo-boos I make and how I fix them when I make them in real time. And I do the same thing on my recorded videos for the most part. If I don't show you, I do explain it to you how I did it, because sometimes I just need to get up and walk away. Like how with this one right here. I didn't pay attention and my fabric folded over underneath my stitch. So I'm just going to unpick those couple of stitches. Man, my orientation on camera is not good. So I'm just going to unpick these few stitches over here and then try and restitch that portion down. I'm going to take my needle out for now, because I don't need the needle for that. I wonder if I can get my clippers underneath there. Yep, perfect. Didn't need to get Sean's favorite friend, which is good. I didn't feel like playing with him today. He's been making too many appearances. He needs a break. Let's see here. 30 watching, 18 thumbs up. Let's all like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, Sandra. Now, I do have a poll going right now, and it's asking, have you ever done foundation paper piece before? There is a yes, I love it. There is a yes, don't care for it. There's also a no, but I would like to learn, and no, not interested. So feel free to answer truthfully. I'm just using a standard ruler for doing my 1/4 of an inch trims. It works perfectly fine for me. I do have the Fallon foundation paper piece ruler, but I'm not exactly for sure where I have it at right this second. So figure to save time, I'm just going to not stress over it. It'll pop up. I am planning on doing a good cleaning of my room today, as well as getting a lot of stuff, projects that I have been working on that's almost done, completely finished. So there is my first one. Super cute. And I don't trim the edges until I get ready to put that on. Awesome sauce. So Sandra says, no, but I'd love to learn. That is amazing. Well, I do have videos where I have like beginner episodes of videos, and I can grab those links in just a few moments for anyone that would like. I can also try and do a refresher course and everything. I have no problem with doing refresher courses. Hey, Andrea, how you doing? Hey, Mama. Everybody say hi to Mama Cindy. Mama Cindy, my real mommy, is in the house. She is at work right now. Or at least probably still at work right now. Let's see. My mom says, hi, sweetheart. The music up to I can't hear. Just want to tell you I love you. Aw, I love you too, Mama. Oh, no, Andrea, I'm so sorry, honey. It's the end of the weather here because I love all y'all so much. Honey, get some rest. I'm so sorry. Let's see. My FPP trick. Think backwards. Yes. Alrighty. So now we got that piece on. And you don't have to do the pinning and everything. I just like to because that way that helps to make sure that my piece of fabric stays right where I left it. What I'm doing is I'm putting the acorn pin, a little bit of that was a little, so I'm using a little bit of the acorn pin right on my seam before I move it up and press it. That way there gives me nice flat seams, especially on FPP, because we want to keep everything nice and neat. And the less bulk, the better. Just trimming, so I got a 1/4 of an inch on both sides of my triangle. Right there, now I'm ready to go to put my next pieces on, which would be more green. So what we do is we go all the way up on this. Let's see. Anita says my first quilt top was foundation paper piece. Oh wow, Anita, that is awesome. Let's see. Always press, press, press. Yes, my first quilt was Tree of Life. Oh wow, are you serious? That is amazing, Joyce. I did not know that. Yeah, and once I get this quilt top done, then, because after I do this border, I'm going to do a solid border going around that. And then I will be sending this out to Donna to get her for her to quilt for me. And this is for one of my customers. And he's actually ordered several quilts from me before, so but he was in the military and wanted this. He was in the military back in 75, I think it was, until 78 or 76 to 78. I can't remember offhand the exact years, but for a couple years before I was born. And so he asked me if I could make this for him. He showed me the picture. I'm like, I can definitely do it. But I want beautiful, meticulous quilting on it for him. Or beautiful quilting on it for him, more than just a straight stitch. So I'm sending it to Donna so that way there she can make it look gorgeous. Because I don't want to do just straight stitch quilting on something like this. Something like this deserves some specialness to it. Andrea says, I love FPP. I have a whole file folder full of patterns just waiting on me to get to the point where I can do them. Awesome. Yeah, I love doing FPP. I have realized I love doing the small stuff of FPP. I don't like doing like the big, huge, large, all over the place FPP quilt. Like legit kits. I love those legit kits. I just not a type of person for an entire quilt for it. I am going to finish my lion, so don't worry. He will be coming back out to play. I just have some other projects I need to complete first before I pull him back out. And there, we already got two. Hey Gladys, how you doing, honey? Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. Now, if everybody can go ahead and answer that questionnaire up at the top, that little poll. It's just asking if you have ever done a foundation paper piece before. And if so, if you have, did you enjoy it? If you have not, would you like to do it again? Would you like to learn? I'm still relatively a beginner at this, but I do enjoy doing foundation paper piecing. And my perspective would be from a foundation paper piece perspective, from a beginner foundation paper piece perspective, not from, like, say, Auntie Donna's perspective, where she is like massively huge advance on this, because Auntie Donna is amazing. I don't know anyone else that can do a legit kit in 9 days. 9 days, guys. I mean, that's a lot. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, that's just insane to me. Crazy insane. Good insane. Don't get me wrong. Nothing bad. On your own, not part of your mortgage. So what is everybody else working on right now? Legit Kids Lucy Lou, the donkey, is on my list. Awesome. Yeah, I would really like to do that sewing machine one, but not right now. It's like I keep eyeballing it. I'm like, no, I'm not signing up for anything else until I get the foundation piece projects off my list that I need to get off my list, which is Vortex and the Lion. I need to get those completed, and I will. I just gotta get other stuff completed first before I jump back over on that. And I'm refusing to touch the 100-acre woods until I have Motown going steadily. Like, my goal is to start doing 1 block of Motown, my legit kit Lion, a week. Granted, that would take me forever to get the quilt top done, but it'd be so rewarding when I do, because that's going to be a quilt from mine and my husband's bed. I think I'm going to go to a Dollar Tree later and get me one of those really small cutting mats to put over here, so that way they're my 12 by 18. It's not taking up so much space for whenever I'm doing my little cuts over here. Because this is a pain in the booty. Can you guys make me a 2.5 by 4.5 cutting template? If so, that is the ones I need. Also, an 8.5 inch and a few more. Yep, just send me a message, Andrea, on Facebook Messenger of the sizes you want. But yeah, we can definitely do that. Let me write down these sizes right now while they're up on my screen. So you got 2.5 by 4.5. 8.5 square. Yep, so just message me the sizes that you need. To add to your poll, I didn't care for FPP, but more and more I enjoy the accuracy. I like the mini flying geese I'm doing for Bonnie Hunter. Awesome. Yeah, I do love doing FPP, but I love doing it in, like, small portions. Like small projects type of stuff. I love doing it that way. Like my little FPP gnomes I was doing on Wednesdays, I love doing that. Because that's something that's like, it's a one and done. I don't like large projects of it, but I like the fact that you can take a bunch of small projects and turn it into something big later if you want to. Like all my little FPP gnomes are going to get turned into like banners. Okay, I am cutting up 2 big bins of scraps down to what I can use easily. I currently am needing to cut 800 potato chip blocks. Oh my goodness gracious. Ooh, that is a lot. You are going to be a busy bee, young lady. Make sure you send me a message, Andre, and I can definitely try and have them do those up for you. And you'll get the Peeps discounts. Hey, one more, and then we can trim at the sides and put our sashing on. Mike, you goofball. Oops, that one's not going to work. Get one of my other ones so I can see if I can't salvage this piece. Press out nice and flat. Hey, yep, I was able to save it. Awesome sauce. Like, if I can save it and still use it, I definitely want to. Let's see, that's a lot of potato chips, smart joys. Make mini bait. Okay, everybody's talking about food. Hey, Ruth Roberts. Hey, I got your package in the mail, and I absolutely love all the stuff. Thank you so, so much. And it will all be put to good use. There were a few items that I did already have that someone else had already sent to me, but I will just re-gift those. Yes, and if anybody has a channel, and if you would like to share your channel, you can do exclamation selfie like Gladys did, and that way there you can share your link. I have no problem with people doing self-promoting of themselves in here. Timmy has a free quilt pattern for April coming up. It uses potato chip blocks. Oh, awesome sauce. Hey, Tasha. How are you doing, honey? Tasha will be on with me this Wednesday night. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be hanging out and sewing, making whatever we are working on at the time. You just never know what you'll find us working on. We had tater tots yesterday. Forgot how good they are. Yes. The 8.5 inch is to trim down orphan blocks for the Renegade swap block. Awesome. Hey, Shelly. Shelly Sews is in the house, guys. That sounds like the guy just got a mess to clean up from the babies. Girl, me either. It's gonna be so much fun. I have no idea what I'm doing yet. I'm gonna be getting that scheduled, and the thumbnail and everything are all put up today. So I'll be sending that link today. And And that way there you can share it out if you like to your viewers. Let's see. See, I may need to FPP a bit today now. You're welcome. Come FPP with me. Hey, Mama Debbie. So, hi, chat. We're in Atlanta with Mimi. Sorry, can't chat a lot, but I'm watching without sound. No worries, Ma. Ooh, are you meeting up with Russ? Was today the day that she's meeting up with Russ, guys? I can't remember. It takes practice, Tasha. You'll get there. It definitely takes practice. Let's see. Okay, Mom said she does not have sound on. Someone put in the chat asking Mom if she's meeting up with Russ today. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Do. Oh, I'm over here, not even paying attention. Moved my triangle completely off of the spot I needed it to be. Let's see. Put that over here. Put that back down here. Let's see. I am currently making as many yards of crumb fabric as I can out of 1-inch scrap strips I have been saving. I also am making 5-inch log cabin blocks out of 1-inch strips. Oh, wow. Let's see. Hey, Judy, how you doing, sweethearts? Aw, I'm sorry, Ma. I'm so sorry. Darn them. How dare they bring home the germies? Right, Mike? Thank you, Tasha. And Mike and everybody else for helping out with Mon and Mom's conversation. Never thought I would need a transcriber before. Okay, so now I have the flying geese all done out. So now I'm going to trim my sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to fold it over right where that line here is. I already got the fold created. I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to place my ruler over here so that way there it's got all lined up. The edge of the paper, folded edge of the paper is lined up with my 1/4 inch line, and I'm going to trim all the rest off. Yes, Tasha, you can. You make an excellent transcriber. You accept fabric as pay, right? Let's see. Yes, Mikey, you are so smart. Debbie Bubbles are fun. Ha ha ha. I can these kids are petri dishes on legs. Yes, Ruth. Yes. I swear. The only time I ever got sick was when my boys were in school. Or helping out my grandma next door. And she happened to have been sick and not tell me. I'm like, bring home bugs all home. I'm like, ah. Virus bugs, not the other bugs. So now I have this all trimmed. Oops. So now I can add my black on each side. So if you want to know how wide each of the side sashings are, let's see. So very true. Tasha speaks Donnell. Hey there, baby girl. Can't hear, but I can text. I posted a pic of Mimi in the chat. Yay, I'll check it out afterwards. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Haha. Yes, Ruth, but it was the dad that got us all sick. I want to try FPP, but my brain doesn't get it. I think I will need to learn by doing and undoing. Ruth, I can help you out. So, anyone that wants to learn how to do FPP, I'll schedule it for one of my live streams where I sit down and teach you guys how. I am not an expert, so do not expect expert advice. Mwah. However, okay, so remember how I said one of the sides of my paper has the lines and that little faint gray line on the outside, that is for your 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. And then the other side don't have it because I intentionally chopped it off because the whole thing would not fit on here. So what I did is I measured over here from the seam allowance line, the little faint gray line, to a 1/4 of an inch past over here, and that gave me 2.5 inches. So that told me I need my strip of fabric here to be at least 2.5 inches wide, and then for the length here, it needs to be at least 8.5 inches long. Let me double check that really quick. Yeah, at least 8.5. I did mine 8 3/4. So I cut my strips for my sashing here. I cut mine 3-inch wide. At first I tried doing 2-inch wide, but that just, 2.5 inch, but that just did not work for me. I'm like, yeah, you're just being a little on the stubborn side, so no. And I am pinning down the outside edge over here, or the inside edge, so that way there I can put it through and not worry about it moving too much on me. Now I'm going to sew from the very top up here, and sew right on the printed line. See you later, Tasha. Talk to you later, honey. Let's see, I finally got rain last night. It's been horribly dry here. It's supposed to rain off and on all week. Yeah, today it's supposed to be, I believe, the nicest day that we're supposed to have here. And it's supposed to be like 60-something degrees here today, but raining off and on all day. I'm like, I'll take the rain. I'm like, as long as it's going to be nice temperature, I'll take the rain. Has everybody answered the poll as of yet? Ooh, Mike, I'm gonna come where you are. "80 degrees sounds amazing." but not much more than that though. Awesome sauce. Okay, I'll finish up this last sash and then I will close that up. That way there we can see how we did and see who all wants to learn. I'm eager to see how many people want to learn. So I have no problem teaching. I actually enjoy teaching. As long as it's something I have an understanding of, I love teaching. And I love helping. I just love love. Yes. Thank you everybody that has participated in my little poll. I was just a little curious since it was something I was doing today. Something I thought of right before I went live. I was like, let's pop a little poll up in here. I'll be teaching nuclear fission next week. Nuclear fission might be easier to teach. Lesson 1. You see this? Don't do this. And the black fabric I'm using is the same as what I used on the background here, as well as what I used for these portions here. This is all zigzag stitched down, except for the edge of this and the edge of the horse. I still got to zigzag stitch those down. But here is my block. Now I'm about to trim it all up. As you see, I already got a bunch of papers over here already folded up, ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut. So on my paper here, I'm going to cut 1/4 of an inch away from the dark line. So I'm going to cut along this top line right here. Over on this side, we have these lines out here to follow. But over on this side, I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out from that line here, how far over I need to be. And I'm going to go same amount over on this side. So I'm going to solve that problem. Now I don't have my area set up so I can move the camera over this way. But actually, you know what? I could probably move this one. Excuse the mess. Go ahead and turn the iron off. So what I'm doing is I'm putting my 1/4 of an inch line on my ruler right here onto the dark line. So that way the edge of the ruler is at a 1/4 of an inch mark. And I'm cutting on that part. And then this is all garbage. Because, see, with my measurements, I just got that much scrap from the top. So, I mean, not much waste whatsoever. Now turn it and go along that line. My 1/4 of an inch line on my ruler goes on that dark line, dark black line. That way there, the edge of the ruler gives me, so with me cutting my fabric 2 3/4, I got between 2 3/4 and 3 inch. This is what I got for waist on the sides. Not much at all. So let's see here. So when I get to the other side, I need to measure from the dark line where the sashing seam is out 2 1/4 inches. That way there I got my perfect 8 1/2 inch square when I'm done. So I'm over here on this side now, so I need the dark line of my sashing right here. Over here, that dark line right there for the sashing stitching line. They measure from there out 2 1/4. And that will give me my measurement of what I need. This is perfect. So this is now 8.5 by 8.5 inch square. Nice, beautiful, perfect square that is ready to go into my quilt. And what I'm going to do is just take a pin and I'm going to pin it up here how I'm going to have it in the quilt. And so I need a total of 38 of these, I do believe, is what I wrote on here. Let's see. Yep, I need a total of 38, so I only need 35 more to go. Yes, don't forget that 1/4 inch, because if you forget that 1/4 inch, it will remind you when it doesn't fit. Which is why, so I initially cut my strips 2.5 inch wide because that's what I needed in order to fill that spot. Well, it didn't give me any wiggle room in case my 1/4 inch was slightly off, and I messed up on a few. So I had to redo them. So, guys, I hope you guys have all enjoyed so much today and everything, and it will remind you. That quilt is going to be so awesome and finished. You are doing an excellent job. Thank you so much, Andrea. I hope he loves it. He messaged me the other day saying, "Is it done yet?" He's like super excited. Because, I mean, this is from when he was a little representation of when he was in the service from 1975 to 78. And, um, so yeah. And I cannot wait to be able to give it to him. And so I'm going to be working on finishing up quite a few things. And tomorrow, I'll have my normal live stream on here. And I might want to do another little pop-up live stream tomorrow if I can get the pillowcase done in time, because then I can take the stuff over to Mom. So I hope everybody has a wonderful, beautiful day. If you get out and about, smile. Because you never know whose day you can change or whose outlook you can change. Just from a simple gesture of a smile that is true from your heart and costs you absolutely nothing. Love you guys. Bye.